very beautiful quote by one of my inspirational sports person, Roger Federer. That when I step onto the court, I never see my opponent. I never see the crowd cheering for me or against me. I only see that rectangular field in which I am playing. And when I am into that rectangular field, I only get to know that I have to cross this ball over that net cord to win the point, to win the match, and to win the Grand Slam. That whenever there is some negativity surrounding you, you don't have to give attention to each or every negativity surrounding you. You just have to focus your own positivity, your own path of success, and that's what I'm going to advise to all the future aspirants. Hello, good afternoon to all the viewers and my friends watching the DKT channel. My name is Yashdeep Sachdeva. I belong from Gurugram, Sector 31, Haryana. In the year 2019, I appeared in the examination UPSC Engineering Services, and I secured the All India rank of 42 in Mechanical Engineering branch. After that, I was allocated CPWD as the department of my allocation. And then after the allocation, I underwent the 8 months training at the National CPWD Academy in Ghaziabad, for which the video by DKT has been uploaded previously. Now I would like to tell my viewers and all those who are interested in appearing for engineering services and who are curious to know the job opportunities one gets after cracking the engineering service examination. Here I am describing about the CPWD as one of the departments through engineering services. Basically, after training, you get to give your choices based on the zone in which you want to apply in CPWD. So after you complete training, you get your first posting, the same as I have got. My first posting is currently in New Delhi. It is in the project of Ministry of Home Affairs, and it is being titled as CAPFIMS, which stands for Central Armed Police Forces Institute of Medical Sciences. It is a huge campus. It's a huge hospital campus being built by CPWD on behalf of Ministry of Home Affairs to give the comfort to all the officials of the CAPFs being employed in our country, to their families.
DKT Engineering. अगर आप केवल इंजीनियरिंग के वीडियोस देखना चाहते हैं तो सब्सक्राइब करें DKT Engineering। यहाँ आपको इंजीनियरिंग खासतौर पर जेई मेन और जेई एडवांस से जुड़े टॉपर्स के वीडियो अरेंज फॉर्मेट में मिल जाएंगे। लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दिया गया है।
I will tell you about this project later on, but first of all I would like to tell you about posting details of how one gets the posting after the training in CPWD. Now once you crack the examination, once you complete your training, and once you are allocated the posting, आपको ज्वाइन करना पड़ता है इमीडिएटली। आपको अगर आप विद इन 20 किलोमीटर्स के एरिया में हैं आपके ट्रेनिंग एरिया से, तो आपको नेक्स्ट डे ज्वाइन करना पड़ता है। बट इफ़ यू आर बियॉन्ड द किलोमीटर्स, यू हैव टू ज्वाइन ऑन सम रिस्पेक्टिव डेज in between, which is being given in the government employees manual, which is a handbook of NABI publication. In that there are some rules being given that in how many days you need to join after you are being posted from a particular place to a place being some XYZ kilometers away. So in my case, I was being given the charge as an assistant executive engineer, electrical and mechanical, because I belong to electrical and mechanical branch. So I was posted as assistant executive engineer in the electrical division at CAPFIMS site, which is at Maidan Gadi, Chhatarpur Mandir in New Delhi. It's near to my house. It's approximately 18 to 20 kilometers from my house. So the access to the site is a bit of comfortable for me. and I am very much thankful that I got posted in Delhi, my first posting, so that this will just settle my life a bit. For all others who wish to go to hard postings or any other posting of their desire, they need to be a bit proactive during their training days, because they ask for your options, and while giving your options you need to fully specify your options where you want to get a first posting at. Obviously they will consider your points, but you need to give them accurately, so that they should consider your points in a very positive manner, the way they did for me. Now, before moving ahead and describing about the project and all the details of CPWD manuals and working style, यहाँ तक पहुँचने में जो मेरा सफ़र रहा है वो बहुत ही एक चैलेंजिंग भरा रहा है, लेकिन बहुत ही मज़ेदार रहा है. एक बार फेलियर के बाद दूसरी बार मेरा जब सिलेक्शन हुआ तो उसके मायने अलग ही होते हैं, लेकिन फेलियर के बाद जब आपकी सक्सेस मिलती है तो फेलियर में आपका जो साथ देता है वो होते हैं आपके घर वाले. मेरे नाना जी तो वैसे भी क्लास 2 ऑफिसर थे इन CPWD इटसेल्फ, बट मुझे क्लास 1 ऑफिसर देख के जो खुशी मेरे नाना जी की आंखों में थी, उसको मैं कभी बयान नहीं कर सकता. तो ये सफ़र, ये जो पोस्टिंग, ये अकम्पलिशमेंट से सक्सेस जो मुझे मिली है, ये उनकी खुशी से बढ़ के कुछ नहीं है. उनकी खुशी सबसे बढ़कर है मेरे लिए. और मैं आज जो भी हूँ, और CPWD में जब भी जितने साल मैंने काम करना है, इस डिपार्टमेंट में जितने साल मैंने अपना खून पसीना देना है, मैं हमेशा अपने डैडी जी के, अपने नाना जी के आशीर्वाद से ही आगे बढ़ूँगा, और CPWD की हर वो चीज़ को अपनाने की कोशिश करूँगा जो उन्होंने अपनाई, और बल्कि उनसे 2 कदम आगे चल के वो हर चीज़ सीखूँगा, वो हर चीज़ एक सिस्टमेटिक मैनर से करूँगा, जो चीज़ उन्होंने मुझे गाइडेंस में तौर पे सिखाई, जो अभी भी मेरे दिल दिमाग में हमेशा याद रहेगी मेरे को. अब आती है बात, बहुत से मेरे व्यूअर्स ऐसे हैं जो जानना चाहते हैं रिगार्डिंग कि पोस्टिंग कैसी होती है, क्या क्या फैसिलिटीज़ मिलती हैं, वर्किंग स्टाइल कैसा है CPWD का फ्रॉम अदर डिपार्टमेंट्स ऑफ द इंजीनियरिंग सर्विसेज. इंजीनियरिंग सर्विसेज में रेलवेज, MES, सेंट्रल वाटर कमीशन और भी डिपार्टमेंट्स हैं CPWD के अलावा. तो CPWD ही क्यों अलग है इन सब डिपार्टमेंट से, वो आपको मैं अब बताऊंगा फर्स्ट पोस्टिंग के ज़रिए अपनी. जब मैं यहाँ पोस्टेड हुआ था तब ऑब्वियसली न्यू एटमॉस्फेयर में यू नीड सम टाइम टू गेट यूज्ड टू. फर्स्टली, टू ऑल द curious viewers, you need to understand the works manual and the operating procedures of CPWD, because वही एक सबसे बड़ा बाइबल है जिसके बेसिस पे CPWD का काम एग्जीक्यूट होता है. See, basically CPWD is an executing agency. They take up the works from the government ministries and they do their works on their behalf to the contractual agents, and those agents, those contractors actually, they follow the CPWD manuals, CPWD technical specifications. There are technical specifications as well, based on which all the works are being done. And most importantly, the document called GCC, General Conditions of Contract. This is the agreement contract which every contractual agency has to agree to the CPWD before executing their work for us. Now, this is the broader view of how you need to approach when you get your posting in CPWD. Now, I would like to describe you about the project in which I am working, which is CAPFIMS. As I have already mentioned, it's a hospital and institute sciences project for the CAPFs. In CAPFs, we include everything. It's ITBP, Assam Rifles, CISF, BSF, etc. So it's a very huge project. It's a very good project for the national importance. Obviously, to give comfort to the families of the officials who are working day in day out for our armed forces, when they get the facilities like this, it's very relief for us that we are working for them. We are trying to give something to them, and I'm very fortunate that I have been appointed in this project as an AEE, as an assistant executive engineer. Now, what is the role I am doing here as an AEE? See, as an AEE, you need to handle the site. For electrical and mechanical services in which I am currently employed, you need to see that whether the work is being done according to the specifications which we adhere to, whether the contractor are doing all the works as per the contractual agreement, as per the bill of quantities which they have agreed to, because there is an agreement called as bill of quantities in which you decide the rate versus the volume of a particular quantity of a particular item. And in hospital buildings, in electrical and mechanical services, here in CAPFIMS, you are going to see that each and every electrical and mechanical service is being adapted here, because in hospitals you need to be very careful of each and everything, be it from air conditioning to ventilation to medical gas pipelines to firefighting systems to building management systems to internet, LAN, CCTVs. Everything is included in this project, which is the core area, which are the core services of electrical and mechanical. And based on this, I am very much trying to learn each and everything which I can, because after getting my promotion to executive engineer, I have to handle all these things by myself. Currently, I am handling a few portions. For example, here I am handling the substation part, the firefighting part, and the electrical installations of a few buildings. So it is almost 30 to 40% of the workload which I am taking care of. But as an XCN, as an executive engineer, I have to see each and everything which is being executed out there in the project. So for me to learn the things from deep inside, I have to gradually grow my education, my learning here in a very proper way. And for that reason, I have set up this small board in which I have accumulated my notes, in which I have drawn a layout of substation, which is a very important equipment, because all the electricity is going to be supplied by electrical substations itself only. And if you do not know the basics of a substation, you won't be able to fully know the criteria or the requirements a substation demands while the installation part is being done. So each and everything is being carried out with the specific manual procedure and technical specifications. For example, if I just show you some books which are being carried out, this is the internal electrical specification book which is being published by our technical team at Nirman Bhavan in New Delhi itself, because Nirman Bhavan is the controlling agency, the controlling ministry of our CPWD, Ministry of Urban Affairs and Urban Affairs. This is the ministry under which CPWD comes. So this is what they publish, and we have to work according to them. So that we always have to see that whether the contractor is following everything as per our manuals or as per their own manuals, because contractors have also have their own manuals. But when the works of CPWD are being done, it has to be done within the framework of our specifications and manuals. So that's how one needs to carry out the work. And then there are measurement books. As an assistant executive engineer or assistant engineer, which is the class 2 officer, you need to take care of the measurement books. Measurement books are an integral and a very important part of an AEE's life cycle. Measurement book contains all the measurements being done at site, because based on the measurements only you get to know the kind of work being done out there inside, be it supply, be it installation, be it testing, be it commissioning. So everything is being calculated on the basis of the measurements being done at the site. And for measurements to be recorded, earlier there used to be manual measurements, but now it is all computerized measurement books, CMBs, which we call, and which the curious viewers might get to know when they join CPWD in the GCC, the Manual of General Conditions of Contract. In that, there is a separate clause being mentioned about the computerized measurement book. So all these things you get to learn, you get to know various technicalities and various administrative works as well in CPWD. As far as I can tell you about my experience, CPWD was my first choice. At my rank, I would easily have got railways. easily. I've got railways, but the construction works, the construction and the maintenance works which CPWD handles, you will not get the volume of works which CPWD is handling. CPWD is the premier construction and maintenance agency of Government of India in current time. It has been since 1854. So you can see the rich legacy of CPWD. CPWD has a lot of projects being done earlier. They have a very important projects coming up in the pipeline, and this project CAPFIMS was the biggest project in the history of CPWD in terms of volume. So you can see the relevance someone can get at a very small age, at a very young age, to know the country's growth from inside out. You get to see what the execution part is being done out there, and it is for the goods of the Government of India's usage, because ultimately the end users will be the Government of India users, the public of the who are serving the Government of India. So you get to see the inside planning and everything which the government is doing for everyone out there. So that's going to be my message to all my viewers, to all those who want to join CPWD as a class 1 officer, as a gazetted officer. As far as I can guide, or and I can give suggestions to all those who want to join CPWD. For now, I think in current trends, the seats are being lessened in engineering services because Railways has pulled out and they are going to conduct their own examination of IRMS. Since those who are competing for the seats, for the vacancies, I will definitely recommend you to go for CPWD, because CPWD, for me, as far as I have seen for the last 8 to 10 months, is a very beautiful agency to work with. It is a very good agency to know things of construction and maintenance details in a very subtle and in a very detailed manner, because construction and maintenance of the buildings, of the institutions, is the basic need which humans need. And if you get to know the little things, the basic things, the important things of constructing and maintaining a building, and that too of national importance, cultural importance, public usage, your knowledge will be at very par, and you will certainly enjoy this knowledge in your future endeavors as well. Once you retire, you can join in any consultancy firm, or you can open your own consultancy, which is very beneficial in the current times. So you can see the relevance of a construction agency, and what better to join CPWD, a government construction agency, because there are private construction agencies like Tata Projects, which is handling Central Vista project, or L&T in case our case. L&T is a very, very big private player in construction agency. So you get to know the big private players, and you get to know the inside out planning being done in the construction field by the Government of India. तो इतना वास्ट नॉलेज आपको किसी और डिपार्टमेंट में नहीं मिलेगा. ये मेरी एनालिसिस है, और मैं यही अर्ज करूँगा जो भी क्यूरियस हैं CPWD को देखते हैं जो बाहर से, कि वो ज़रूर एग्ज़ाम दें और किसी भी फेलियर से डरे ना. बिकॉज आई माई सेल्फ, मैंने खुद 2018 में एग्ज़ाम मैंने दिया था एंड आई डिड नॉट पास. At that time, I could also have left out and I could have also joined some other private company, but I sustained with it. And failure से पार पाके ही आपको हमेशा सक्सेस मिलती है, और एक बार आपको सक्सेस मिल जाए तो आपको उसके बाद सिर्फ डायरेक्शन ही अपनी अपनानी होती है. और मैं जो डायरेक्शन आपको दे सकता हूँ वो दे सकता हूँ कि अगर आप इंजीनियरिंग सर्विसेज क्लियर करने की एबिलिटी आप में है, तो उसके बाद ज़रूर CPWD की तरफ आप एक बार अपनी डायरेक्शन ज़रूर रखिएगा, क्योंकि बिकॉज not only AEE, as an AEE you join, but you have to go further as an executive engineer, superintending engineer, chief engineer, ADG, DG one day. So as an executive engineer has a lot of powers in CPWD. An executive engineer is almost like a mini district collector, which is invested with a lot of powers to do good for the construction and maintenance executions for the government of India on behalf of President of India. Each and every tender, each and every work which executive engineer does on behalf of the President of India. So you see the weightage one carries while executing such projects, and this legacy, this charm, you can only get in CPWD in a very vast and in a very detailed manner. So that's my advice for you will be that whenever there is some negativity surrounding you, you don't have to give attention to each or every negativity surrounding you. You just have to focus your own positivity, your own path of success, and that's what I'm going to advise to all the future aspirants who are willing or who are curious to join CPWD or any other government department through engineering services or civil services or through UPSC. There are many exams being held by them. This is my motivational message to all of you. And at last, I would like to thank whole DKT team for taking their time out to give this a beautiful shoot for me. They are always very supportive, and they are always willing to come to any place to shoot for me. And thank you, DKT, and I hope that in future our work shall be prospering with all the new heights we achieve together. Thank you very much. Thank you all.